I be on grow, yeah. Just give me a reason.
I told y'all, new year, new show, same energy according to Jim every Thursday night on the Big Exclusive Network, 7 to 8:30. Tap in with me on the Facebook channel and the YouTube channel, Big Exclusive Network. Y'all know what it is. Real people talking about real things. So if you a real one, get with me.
Oh, yeah. You already know. Yeah. On board with this. What's going on? Yeah, me. Right back. What's going on with you, Jazz? I'm right back at it. Welcome to According to Jim. I'm in the building, man, shooting live from Skylight Bar and Grill. We outside with it, man, feeling good. So if you outside, stop on by, come have a little cocktail with your boy. Yeah, I mean, a little smoke and joke. Let's talk spitting bullshit and let's talk about it. What I want to talk about today, man, is I want to talk about love. I really do. In all its various forms. Love is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I want to say shout out to my man, Big Exclusive, Shannon Reynolds. You know what I'm saying? My go DJ, my producer, my guy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just one of my biggest supporters, man. I love you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You are my guy. I love you. You feel what I'm saying? And there's so many different forms of love. You feel me? And we need to remember love is the most powerful thing we have on this earth. It is. Love will make people kill and die. Real rap. And then I just want to talk about how the system is, it's forcing its way to break this love. What's going on with you, Tiff? How you feeling? You feel me? And the thing that you're not gonna like this in the beginning. You feel me? So I'm gonna start with the ladies. I'm gonna start with the ladies. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm starting with the ladies because life is like chess, and the queen is a very, very, very important piece. She's very powerful, and our queen, the black woman, she's very powerful, and I believe that she's the most powerful piece on the board. Why? Because she makes more black men love you. Also, me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I appreciate you, Jazz. You hear me? And she makes more black men, which makes her very, very powerful. You hear me? But before we get into that, I'm gonna drag y'all a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better. And like, it's like, cause y'all been brainwashed a little bit. You feel me? We always talk about deadbeat dads and all that. And there are deadbeat dads. There really are. You feel me? There really are deadbeat dads. But if there wasn't so much government assistance for women, it'd be a lot more deadbeat moms. You feel me? It really would. It really would. And the government has become your husband. The government has become your boyfriend with all the stuff that you're getting from the government that should be getting from us, and you're not. You feel me? And you're not. And I want to apologize for that. But, they kind of take it out of our hands. The system, the criminal justice system, is designed to throw us in jail by groves. And once they separate the man from the woman, they get in the woman's ear. You feel me? And you're not here to help her. And what are you going to do? Tell her to turn down this cheap, affordable housing? You're going to tell her to turn that down? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to tell her to do what she needs to do in order to provide for her and your children. And in the midst of that, when women learn how to do these things and they see, well, I'm all right. I didn't die. I'm making it. I don't need no man. And this is where the I don't need no man attitude is kind of stemming from and being pushed and propagated through our communities. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I feel like the black household is something that they just don't want to see. Deandra, what's going on? They don't want to see us together. They don't want to see us in unison. You feel me? And they're using y'all to, help that go. You got government assistance and you living in the projects or you living in one of these like developments and all that. They don't want no man in that house. Can't no man be in that house because if the man's in that house, then the income in that house changes, and they don't want that. You feel what I'm saying? They want you to stay where you are. They want you to stay where you are, stagnant. They want you to keep producing children that are going to fill up their jails. And ladies, let's be honest. How many of y'all are raising y'all son to cherish women, to respect women, to pay the bills, to provide, to protect? This is what you're telling your sons, not to put your hands on women. And you should be telling them that. However, you turn right around and you tell your daughter, hey, you don't need no man. Get yourself a job, have yourself an escape plan, and all that. It's like people are entering into marriages, and these marriages aren't lasting because of how the boys and the girls are being raised. And unfortunately, because they send men to jail as early as 13 or younger sometimes, they, these women are left out here with these set of skills and instructions that they have been given by their mothers. Their mothers are telling them that. You feel me? And then those are those young girls who just don't have no instruction at all, and they're trying to raise children. You're raising these children, and these children are doing these things that, are landing them in tough spots. Tough spots. They really are. They are landing these children in crazy predicaments. And I don't feel like it should be like that at all. Social media, these female entertainers contribute to the problem. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And they're demeaning themselves, listening to Sexy Red, Go to Pound Town, My Coochie Pink, My Booty Hole Brown, and all that. Young queen, let me tell you something. You are worth way more than that. You feel what I'm saying? However, though, you guys with these attitudes that you don't need a man is crazy. No, you need a family. That's what you need. You need a family. If you don't know, you don't need a man. You need a family. And you can't have a family without the man at the helm. I don't care what nobody says. There's so many different variations of family. 2 men, one playing the mom role, or 2 women, one playing the dad role. Nah, that's not what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just not what it is. Especially when it comes to the black family. They're trying to tear us up. However, these children should not have to wake up to a step stud. No, that just not sure. That I don't care how bad he did you, sweetheart. That ain't what it is. And you taking it out on every man you come across, and it leads back to your father not being around. You know what I'm saying? And these women try to use every aspect they can to keep a man around. Sex, uh, breaking windows, stalking, all these crazy ass things that they do for a woman to try to keep a man. And when a man doesn't conform to what she wants, and because of the things that she offered, now he's a piece of shit. He's a this and he's a that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like all these women are just making bad decisions. I thought that, you guys were making super bad decisions, but you're working with you're left with. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're left. It's all there's very few guys out here that, a lot of women consider eligible. But then there are men out here with their own. They got their own car, they got their own house, they're paying their bills, and they're taking care of their children. And it seems like these women don't want those kind of men. These men that come with authority. These men that come with a presence of control. You feel what I'm saying? Being a boss. You feel what I'm saying? They want to be a boss with you. But there can only be one boss. You got a president and a vice president. Vice president is in charge and has power too, but not like the president. You feel what I'm saying? Let that man be the president. Stop saying like, oh, well, you give me something to submit to. Family, submit to your family. Submit to stop nagging that nigga so bad that he want to go outside and don't want to be around. You feel what I'm saying? Let's stop locking in on these social medias. Ladies, y'all got to do better because y'all play an extremely important role in the household. You guys are like the first teachers. You hear me? The first nurturers. You feel me? So you guys got to stop with the bullshit that you think you're going to teach your husband and love your kids. No, you need to love your husband and teach your kids. That's what needs to be going on. You yell and yell and yell at your boyfriend or your husband or the man in the house for not doing XYZ. Oh, he left his clothes on the floor. He did this, he did that. And then when the children do it, you be like, oh, stank, it's okay. I'll pick it up. You pick it up right behind them with no complaint. You know what I'm saying? Even if you do say something, you let it go. You say what you said and then you let it go. But not with him. Oh, no. You got to ride his neck. You know what I mean? I'm trying to hit him with the hot page. What's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? I really am. And this shit is the truth. It's the truth. Ladies, y'all got to do better. Yes, you can survive on your own. Yes, you can take care of yourself, but you shouldn't have to. There should be a cohesive unit to raise these children. They say it takes a village to raise the children. Well, why can't we just have at least two people from the village living in the same house and getting these children together, preparing them for the world? What's wrong with that? I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that at all. At all. The government is trying to break us apart. They're doing everything they can to break us apart. And y'all not doing no better with these attitudes that y'all got. Fellas, listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all got to step the fuck up. You got to step the fuck up. Stop wanting to be a rapper. Let me tell y'all something, and this is crazy as shit coming from a rapper, but stop wanting to be a rapper. There are other avenues to take. You understand? That shit's not paying the bills right now. You can't be a rapper, sell weed on the side your whole goddamn life. At what point are you going to buckle down and take shit serious in the household? You feel what I'm saying? That can all these fucking chaotic problems around us. How do we expect to have some unison and have some love going on? How is that going to be a thing? You know what I'm saying? So first of all, I want to say for everybody that tuned into my live off my Jumpman underscore TNB page, listen, you can also watch the show, right, on the Big Exclusive Network Facebook page, or you can go on to YouTube and go on the Big Exclusive Network channel and you can watch it from there. So I'm going to start doing my lives from both now, every Thursday. I'm sorry for the Thursdays that I've missed. I had a lot going on, but we here, we locked in, and we need to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Where is the love? You know what I'm saying? Like the government is coming up with all these different ways. And I say the government because it just directly links back to them. It directly links back to them with the things that they do. You feel me? To demoralize and downplay the black household. They don't want us producing men who are sturdy and strong. You feel me? They want everyone to believe that we are these threatening monsters. You feel me? And black men, I'm talking to me first because my ears are closer to my mouth. We have to stop the bullshit. You understand me? Why is the value of a black man's life so cheap? Why is the value of a black woman's life so cheap? So that leads me into talking about what happened in Chicago. You hear me, with the young black kid and his mother in the store, and this guy punches on his mom, and young boy smoking. You know what I mean? And there are so many people praising this young boy as a hero. And, you know, he did defend his mom. Congratulations. And I applaud you on that. However, nobody's thinking about the ramifications of what's going to happen with this young boy. He's 14 years old. He murdered someone. Whatever the reason behind it, whether it was a justified killing or not, this has changed him. This has altered him. Nobody's thinking about the mom had her gun under her seat. You hear me? Or wherever she had it in the car. And this little boy knew where it was. You feel me? It's the South Side of Chicago, and it's a shame that the violence in Chicago and Philadelphia is so high. They're making us give up on each other. They are forcing us to give up on each other. There's no love outside. We all know that. Ain't no love in the streets. We all know that. But now it's so prevalent that we're so willing to kill each other. Okay, he is supposed to know where it is, bro, but the conditions that we're living in, it shouldn't have to be that. That because I'm in the South Side Chicago, because I'm in West Philly, that I know I need a firearm. Who you think they're going to use these firearms on? Those firearms, that gun that little boy got, it was not intended to kill nobody white. He wasn't even thinking about having to use that gun on a white man. Real rap. And I'm not saying that we should be out here killing white people, but we definitely shouldn't be out here killing ourselves. You feel me? And it has to start in our family. We all know it starts at home, right? We all keep saying that. It starts at home. It starts at home. We saying that, right? We don't know who to blame. We blaming the kids. We blaming the mom. We blaming the dad for being absent. We blaming all these things. You feel me? Ninjas shouldn't be doing is, Jim. No, listen, let me tell you something, right? Listen. That man should not have punched that woman in the face like that, and it cost him his life, unfortunately. You hear me? But everyone seemed to be okay with sweeping under the rug the fact that he was the father of two twin little girls, that he was there with his probably his baby mom or whatever woman he was there with. Yeah, he showed his ass. He showed a lack of love and sympathy and empathy for this woman, and ultimately it cost him his life. But we need to look at the root of the problem. Why was he so eager, or why was he so willing to turn up on this woman and do something bad to her? Like, what was that about? You feel what I'm saying? Why are we like this? And I gotta tell you, it's because the home structure is fucked up. The home structure is fucked up. Even trying to create a beautiful family environment is fucked up. You got to figure sometimes you're in a relationship with a woman, you have a baby with this woman, things don't work out, you're trying to move on, you find somebody new. Now the old baby mom is fighting with the new girlfriend. That's turmoil. That's tumultuous. You hear me? You can't even make something good when you move on. You feel me? And it's because these women, you ever notice that these women hold on for super duper 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 long? And sometimes it's the men too, but I want to address the women right now. You got to figure, fellas, her father already left her or abandoned her, or she don't know who he is. You feel what I'm saying? And nobody wants to constantly be abandoned and left for dead. Nobody wants that. But this is what these young women are going through. They're going through their lives unprotected. And this is why they're voicing the things that they're voicing now. You feel what I'm saying? They're voicing these things now. What kind of oppression made him punch a woman? Dude, indefensible. He should have been thinking about his kids before he did something like that. You're absolutely right. But hey, bro, did you ever think of the fact that maybe he seen his father beating on his mother, or his step pop beating on his mother, or whatever man was in the house? You feel what I'm saying? This is the things that we need to fix. We need to fix, like, this domestic violence that's going on between us. It's because our relationships are broken. You know what I'm saying? All of them, from husband to wife, father to son, father to daughter, mother to son, mother to father. Is so much tumultuous bullshit going on in our households. You feel me? And it's the way they're set up. It's the way they're set up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like love. It's like, where is the love? And these Europeans have, basically told us that monogamy is the strongest form of love. And it's not. Monogamy is actually a weak form of love, according to Jim. According to me, it's a weak form of love, because monogamy means a form of love from one person to the other person exclusively. You hear me? It's an exclusive type of love. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he was having an episode. Mental health is real. Yes, mental health is real. Yes, mental health is real. And it brings me to the point where you go on social media. I was on Facebook the other day, and I seen a woman basically saying a lack of masculinity from these men. You hear me? The lack of masculinity. Now, the crazy part about it is, what is a lack of masculinity? Masculinity means being able to provide for your family, being able to protect your family, being able to set a good example for your family, being strong, shouldering the bulk of the bullshit. This is part of masculinity. Masculinity isn't slapping up a woman or arguing with a woman, and it's going so far that they have created something called toxic masculinity, which was created by two white men. You feel what I'm saying? And propagated through us. And now they're telling us we're toxic. Now they're trying to say, we're gay if we're hanging out with our friends, or if we smoke hookah, or if we voice our opinion too loud, or our opinion is adverse to the agenda of these women. And they are basically teaching women to hate men. They are teaching the black woman specifically to hate men. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they are. And there may be by a byproduct that there are some white women learning to hate white men. But I don't really see, like, I don't know personally people, like a white woman who has babies with a white man. I don't personally know them. I don't. Most of the white women I know have babies with black men. You feel what I'm saying? And even with those interracial relationships, they're teaching them, hey, listen, they caught on. Hey, look, we got to break that shit up too. Because that white woman and that black man ain't going to do nothing but make caramel complected babies. And we don't want them to have a strong, secure household either. You feel me? So we need to be paying attention, because, like I said, it's not Chinese people and Indian people and German people and Irish people that are killing each other by groves. It's us. It's us. Why is it just us? You feel what I'm saying? Why is it just us? Why is it that all the guns, none of the gun companies or gun factories are in our communities, but all the guns seem to end up there? There are no coca leaves or coca fields or poppy fields nowhere in the hood. I've never seen, looked out my window and said, you know what? Them poppy trees, they growing like a motherfucker. I've never seen that. So how is it that the drugs keep getting to our community first, and then they have to spread out to the suburbs? You know, it's a plan. It's been planned. They're making it this way. And if we don't start paying attention to that, you feel me? Then nothing's going to come of it but what we have. We're going to keep killing each other. We just like, it's so crazy. Like when you say stuff like, how you doing, brother? How you doing, sister? You sound suspect to somebody in the hood. You sound suspect in a motherfucker, like you want some, let's go back to Africa, kumbaya and all that. But what the fuck is wrong with that? What's wrong with being kumbaya with your neighbors, with the people around the corner, with the people across the street? What's wrong with that? Because as a man, and I'm talking to us fellas, if you think that caring for just your children is enough, then it's not, because we already know it takes a village. So you need to care for your children's friends. You need to be there, be present. You know what I'm saying? We need to be present. We need to be present. And that would be a lot more time to be present for the children if we can take control of our own finances. If we stop depending on JP Morgan and Wells Fargo and make our own banks. You feel what I'm saying? But they're teaching us and showing us and making us hate our own kind. You feel me? And I'm talking to myself too, because I be thinking in my head, one of these goofy ass young boys with a Pooh Shiesty mask on and 90-degree weather slide up on me while I got my babies, I'm not gonna think twice. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm afraid. It's fear mongering. They're teaching us to fear. Ain't no love. They don't want us loving each other. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want us loving each other. They don't even want us to have the bottom line, regular care and concern for each other. You feel what I'm saying? Look at our communities. Look, shooting up the playground. The playground, that's where the babies go. Nobody should be thinking about shooting up the playground. Not no adults, not no babies. Why are we so young killing each other? Why is there such a lack of love in our communities? Because we don't know who we are. We don't value ourselves. We are taught to hate ourselves. Yeah, we're taught to hate ourselves, and it's easy to promote that type of school of thought when dad's not in the house and mom, she don't want him there, because they're incentivized to keep him out of the house. They are incentivized to keep him out of the house. If you bring that nigga in here, we're gonna raise your rent and put you the fuck out. You're in violation of your lease. You feel me? That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Why is it so hard for black people in the inner city to, obtain home ownership? You feel me? That right there in the government eyes, it's a red flag. That's what redlining was about. When they was giving out all the loans in the world for all the white folks to go move to the suburbs and all that, black people weren't getting them type of loans. And if they did, they didn't have a job that was strong enough to pay the loan back. Then comes shit like the recession and all types of layoffs and all that. Now dad's back at square one. You feel what I'm saying? Working for and depending on the white man. You feel me? Spending all his time at these places. He's sick of being at this place. You know what I'm saying? His kids barely see him or barely see mom. You know what I'm saying? And even that became a thing of the past, because now dad is in jail. Dad is in jail. I've been a victim of it, and I know for a fact that it affected my children. It affected my daughter the most because she is my oldest. You feel me? And when I had my daughter, oh, you couldn't tell me nothing. I got my little princess. I'm going to give her the world. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I'm going to give her the world. And I wasn't there. Boom. I end up in jail. 4 years of my life out of her life. You feel me? And all she got is her mom, my aunts, her grandmom. You feel what I'm saying? She don't got me there to show her who she is and where she comes from. You feel me? To instill that she is beautiful, that she is smart, to remind her of these things all the time, to tell her that, hey, you want a man like this. A man that's going to open the seat for you. A man that's going to be strong and be there. A man that can emotionally support you as well as financially support you. You feel me? Why is our education system so broken and fucked up? You know what I'm saying? Because education helps you leap barriers, transcends language. There's some things like, this is universal. I don't need to speak no other language for somebody I never met before that don't speak English and I don't speak their language. I give them the finger. They know what the fuck is going on. Some things are just universal. You feel me? They're keeping us down. You know what I'm saying? And education is one of the outer layers of it because we are dealing with hate. We are dealing with hate. If y'all want to comment to show on the screen, click the link. Right. Click the link right here. Let me see if I can pin this, John. All right, I pinned that right there. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can tap in, you know what I mean, to the show. Like I said, everybody that's watching on my live, I'm also live on the big exclusive network right now, according to Jim. So y'all can go over there to that page if y'all want to and click on, it's probably right at the top of the screen because I'm on right now. Shout out to my big exclusive family, everybody that I seen, Lo, Terica, Tiffany. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Shout out to all my people that's tuning in on my page as well. You know what I'm saying? My man Feast, you are an avid watcher of the show. I see you. Just believe that I know you're there, bro, and I appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say that it's so imperative, man, that we start pushing love, yo. We start pushing love in all its forms. Stop just narrowing it down to two forms, platonic and romantic. You feel what I'm saying? You got to have love for your neighbor. You got to have love for your neighbor, to the person to the left and the right of you, to the person across the street, to the person in back of you, in your backyard, your backyards touch. You need to start loving these people. You need to start getting along with these people. Because if everybody on your block is doing that, then your block is something special. It is. Your block will become something special. We need to start loving each other, man. It's really crazy that we're not, because what's the alternative? The alternative is your kids running around with goddamn hoodies and masks on and goddamn 90-degree weather. It is humid out here. I know them little kids got to be in there stinking. You feel what I'm saying? We need to save these little boys because there is a spot for them. They're making the way for them. Ladies, y'all gotta stop thinking that y'all don't need a man. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all fellas, y'all gotta stop thinking that it's something wrong with loving these women. Hey, you need to stop thinking there's something wrong with being a simp. It is nothing wrong with having one woman who you love, who you cherish and honor. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being in a polygamous relationship where a man has more than one wife and he loves them equally. He has children by them. There's nothing wrong with that. If loving woman is wrong, I don't want to be right. I know that's the fuck right. Yeah, what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to teach my son that. You know what I'm saying? Sure, my son is going to be a handsome devil. He is. And I am going to teach him, to have, pride in that, to know his value. I'm definitely going to teach my son to know his value. But I will not be teaching my son to demean women and or the thought that the number of women he sleeps with increases his value as a man. Fuck these low down rotten tramps. It can't be like that, OG. It can't be like that. It can't be like that. Some of them are low down rotten tramps. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But what about these bum ass niggas that's making them that way? You feel what I'm saying? Because nobody wants, listen, if you burn yourself on the stove, I promise you'll be careful around that motherfucker again. If you're getting your hair, ladies, when y'all got the straightening combs out and it burned the little cooties right there, when she start putting that straightening comb close to your neck again and you feel that heat, you might jump without a motherfucker even touching you. That's trauma. You hear me? That's trauma, OG. You know what I'm saying? That's trauma. Yes, and some of these bitches is dusty. And I'm sorry for saying bitches, but I'm not sorry because bitches are a class of people. Okay? We're not going to act like bitches don't exist. Bum ass niggas, y'all do exist. Yeah, it can't be, but it is, and I understand that. But what we gonna do about it, bro? Because if we act like these people aren't worth respect, they're not worth regard, having some regard for them. If we act like that, then hey, what the fuck? It's gonna be hard to say these little niggas when OGs, our generation, don't come together to show them it's more to life than the dumb shit they doing. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Absolutely, it is going to be hard. It's going to be real hard. But see, the thing is, right, and like the guys in my age category, we got to take some responsibility too, because why should these kids listen to us? You've been outside hustling on this corner 30 years and you ain't accomplished a goddamn thing. You ain't did nothing but went to jail and you haven't even completed that. You hear me? Do you realize that that some of us haven't even completed jail because you come home on parole and you haven't maxed that out. You know what I'm saying? We need to do something about that. You can't make nobody anything. You are what you are because of you. Ain't no doubt. But however, you don't have to stay that way. Whatever way you are, you don't have to stay that way. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is that, like, OG, right now I can hear in your text what you're saying. I can hear that you're damn near not willing to get involved with these people. You're done with them. You've had your fill. You have no faith and you don't believe in them anymore. And they have beaten you right then and there. They have beaten you right then and there. Respect is due to a dog. Respect is due to a dog. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're losing respect for these people, these tramps or whatever, dusty bitches, whatever. Like, so you got your nose turned up at them? Does that make you better than them? Because you're not like that. So your nose is turned up at these people who could one day like this elevate. It changed their whole way of thinking. It's possible. It is possible. You know what I'm saying? So we can't stay on that type vibe. We got to stop pushing these people and shuffling them around because there are people at the top, OG, who look at you with disdain. I do think your environment plays a role in it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no doubt your environment plays a role in it. You're responsible for mine. Yeah, you are responsible for yours. But if you're not being responsible for the people who are around yours, your children, your grandchildren, your nephews, your nieces, you know what I'm saying? If you're not getting active with them, like, hey, what's up with your man? How he doing in school? Where y'all, you know what I'm saying? Try to get them all a job. If you can get your nephew a job, then you know what? If your nephew got 2 friends who come with 2 extra job applications, get them all a job because maybe that's what it took. Maybe that's what it takes to change shit for them. You know what I'm saying? You can't shuffle them around. You can't just sweep them under the rug. Something has to be done. And the best thing to do, right? The best thing to do, whatever's done, it has to be done out of love. It has to be. Because we already dealing with an abundance of hate. I can hear it in the way you talking, OG, because I know you and I can hear your voice that you done with these people. You hate them. You hate these people who are fucking up for good guys like us. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about being responsible for women being dusty. Yes, some of these women are dusty, but some of these niggas is too. So it's a dusty bitch for a dusty nigga. But they don't have to stay that way. They don't have to stay in that mind frame, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they are going to play a part in your life, whether you like it or not, because that same dusty bitch, you know what I'm saying, who feel like she ain't got no other way to get it, she will steal. That same dusty ass nigga who feel like he ain't got another way to get it, he will rob, he will kill. And now they have affected your life. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe, like I said, slide them 2 job applications. You know what I'm saying? Just a word to kick it, a safe environment to crack some jokes and have a whole one and a cold one. You know what I'm saying? Because these white folks are getting together and they love each other. I don't hate them. I just don't fuck with them. But that's where it's fucked up at because you're not trying to help. You're not helping them. Look at the Spanish community. One thing I know about the Spanish community, the Mexican community, is that every Friday they get together. Every Friday, when work is over, now it's time to play. I've been working hard all week. I want to have some cervezas with La Familia. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what they doing. Not us. You get paid, I get paid, and the first thing you want to do is take care of your bills and then get the fuck away from niggas. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to spend no time, at least like Friday. The week, it's the weekend technically, but the week is not over until Saturday starts. You know what I'm saying? We can't take an hour to get together because they get together around, I want to say 7 o'clock, and they might party till 2 a.m., the adults and the children, but they're discussing their economics. You know what I'm saying? You call 911 when you need help. OG, you don't call 911, so stop. That's cap. Stop the cat. Hit him with it right now, bro. Stop the cat right now. You got to hit OG with the stop the cat because you don't call the police. So what's the other alternative? Because you are not a cop calling ass nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? We don't need the police. We don't need the police. The police will never have to get involved if we already knew what was going on in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we all gonna approach these 2 young boys. They trying to kill each other. Hey, Missy, your son is trying to kill my son. Yeah, Brahim is trying to kill John, and that shit gotta cease right now. The adults, you know what I'm saying? The adults. Go tell the adults. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect at all, OG, because I don't know you personally. That's why you'll never grow. We quick to give up on each other. So the KKK sit back and laugh because we doing their job for them, wiping each other out. And these young ladies, the way they are. And these are, you got to finish your thought for me that on that one, Thies. Shit, my old head, every Friday and Saturday, we pull up on the block, and it's been like that for years. Yeah, and it should be. It should be. But you need, I'm a citizen now. I ain't trying to hear you no citizen. I better not hear about you calling the cops on nobody, OG. Citizen my ass. You better not call the cops on nobody. Me and you gonna have a long talk. You hear me? But that's what I'm saying. We don't need the police to get in our affairs. We don't need the police in our business because we should know it. You're not seeing this shit in Philadelphia, the Mexican community riding the way that we riding and doing the shit we doing because they're close knit. They're close knit. There's no respect for the OGs. It ain't no respect from the OGs. OG, you know why you get respect from me? First and foremost, I was raised that way. And then we're friends. You know what I'm saying? But you're my elder. So something that you got to say, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you've lived more days than me. You've lived more days than me. So of course I should have respect. You know shit that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? As long as I do what I'm supposed to do for mine, I sleep well at night. How can you sleep well at night knowing that you do what you do for yours when the motherfucker across the street or around the corner could be the one that smoke them? And God forbid that happens, but you know what I'm saying? You're not the ripple effect. If you throw a pebble in a lake, there's a ripple effect. You know what I'm saying? But if all you doing is worrying about yours, then you're not creating no ripples. Make the ripple love. Because when someone is murdered, when someone is killed, that shit resonates through the whole community and the community next to it. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop this shit. Now, we already know that the gun violence is a major problem. You hear what I'm saying? But what is the solution? The solution is not going to be holding the hand. We are the world. We are the children. We got to get there. We got to get back to that. Because at one point in time, the African-American community was like this. I coached youth football. Well, what happened? Why are you not coaching youth football? You feel what I'm saying? Because that was, you know what I'm saying? And from what I heard, you know your shit when it comes to that football. So what happened? That's a direct way to give back, a direct way to send these messages, to get with these children, to gather them up. You feel what I'm saying? Even if you save one, seen shit you ain't seen. Saluda ain't no doubt. OG definitely seen shit that I ain't seen. First off, they too disrespectful and I'm not dealing with that. You're not trying hard enough. You're giving up. And no matter how you try to slice it, you are giving up. You have washed your hands. And guess what? The system that the government has put in place is made for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's made for you to give up. They want you to give up. They want you to think that it's cool to only worry about yours and that should be enough. That should be sufficient. No, that is not enough. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you're doing that, there are still so many other households that are not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Or not even thinking about no shit like that. And those are the peers that yours have to go around. Yours have to be around these people who aren't being taught love, who aren't getting tucked in and kissed at night. You know how big that is? You hear me? To tuck your children in at night? Let me tell you something. It's a big thing because if you ever go up the mountains and you get a shitload of time, you are going to think, damn, I just wish I could go home and tuck my kids in and tell them I love them. Be there for them during the prom and be there for them to show them this and show them that. You know what I'm saying? We're not even getting back to, we need to get back to the point where our sons want to be up under us all the time. Our sons want to walk like us. They want to talk like us. And they do. You hear me? But what they walking and talking like is sliders and gangsters and trappers and trench babies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I am a trench baby. Yeah, I do be in the trap. Yeah. But do you think I want that for my son? My son is not a trench baby. And I am not going to let him walk around and act like he from 39 Black. Because, boy, you're not. You're from Wilkes-Barre. You hear me? My time was up. it's your turn now. Ain't no doubt, man. I'm trying to do everything in my power, big bro. I'm trying to do everything in my power. That's why when Shan say, yo, who got donations for the community center, I send what I can. That's why I'm here right now saying what I can say, because I'm trying to figure out something where it's safety for them and safety for me. Listen though, Jim, at some point the government can't be blamed. Niggas make decisions every day and they just don't give a fuck. I try to talk to the ones that will listen, but it's very few. Ain't no doubt, but the government is to blame, bro. It is to blame. The decisions that these bulls is making is based off the environments that they are in. How many factory jobs is on 52nd Street? How many factory jobs is on 40th Street? How many forklift jobs are down there? The simple jobs, all the jobs is out here. I ain't even gonna hold you. You come out Wilkes-Barre, you get a job like this. You get hired the same day, walking into this interview. I'm telling you, you will. I know what I know. It's easy as shit. Half of them, look, the job I work right now, I ain't take no drug tests. I ain't had to do no background check. And sometimes I make upwards in $42.50 an hour. You hear me? And no, you don't need no education for that. You tell me where this type of job is where you can sign up in the city of Philadelphia, and I will make sure that some kids that I know get there. You tell me. These type of opportunities ain't there. The crews that I work for, you hear me? I'm on the side of the road making sure that the construction crew or the crews that's working on the road, like literally building the road, these boys be all white. They be all white crews. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. You feel what I'm saying? But, however, no matter who's on the crew, we need to instill the family. The family is love. It's love in the family. In the family. You feel me? And it's easy. Like you said, OG, you make sure yours is cool. And I can guarantee you it's a lot of love in that household. You feel what I'm saying? And that same love needs to carry out outside. That love that I'm saying, like you can tell when a child is loved. You feel what I'm saying? Because they act a certain way, they move different. And the other children be like, oh, he's soft and this. No, he's not soft. He's not soft. He's loving. There's nothing wrong with a young man growing up and being loving. But they'll tell you it's not. He won't be able to survive in the hood like that. He too soft. You know what I'm saying? We have taken out the neighbor from the hood. And the hood is just a desolate wasteland with no neighbors. We all feel alone there. Especially if we all start thinking like OG is thinking. And I hate to keep singing you out, OG, but that is part of the problem, that we have given up on each other to where it's like, I just want to worry about mine. Fuck everybody else because I ain't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to get up and go to work and put your work in. You feel like you don't have time. You're tired. Why should I have to run around and make sure somebody else's kids is raised right? Why? Because your kids is hanging with them kids. And if they not raised right, then eventually the temptation of doing what's wrong is going to rub off on your child that's doing what's right, because it's more kids doing what's wrong than there's kids that's doing what's right. That's just what it is. The love. You feel me? Because I'm going to tell you like this. Me and my homies, man, like we've been friends almost 30 years. That 3-9 Black T&B shit, we locked in. I love them niggas. Real rap. I love my homies. And anybody that know me, y'all know how heavy this 3-9 Black shit is with me, man. I love my friends. I love them as if they my brothers. I love their kids as if they my nieces and nephews. You hear me? I love them. And that love expands. You hear me? It expands. It expands. What we need to do is bring it together like this, because even with us, we spread out. I'm out here. Some of us is still down the way. Some of us is in North Philly. Some of us is in Uptown. So you know what I'm saying? We scattered out. Like, come on. We need to stop this shit. I see all these not giving up on each other, and I want you to know who's actually doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Jim, I need you to start walking walk, bro. I love you, but you big time. But you, listen, let me tell you something. The thinking that I have, my school of thought on some things, you know what I'm saying? No matter how much conviction I might have in it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm right. And I want to be safe. I want to protect the ones I love. Bro, I love you. And that's why I be on what I be on when it comes to you. Because you my brother. You know what I'm saying? You my brother. I could pick the phone up and talk to you about anything. So God forbid somebody do something to you, that's going to hurt me, bro. And I'm going to be angry and I'm going to want to lash out. So before it gets there, I'm ready to do the goofy, crazy shit that they doing. Instead of putting the pride to the side, You feel what I'm saying? Putting the hurt to the side and trying to find a reasonable resolution. Yeah, that's like I said. I am guilty of this shit too. And if we keep this up, they win. It's so easy for them to win, and it's so hard for us to win. You feel what I'm saying? When do we just say, you know what? It's done. It's done. The violence is not going to stop. Like, these young boys think that they can smoke all of their ops. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, thank you, Deandra. I'm walking the walk right now, putting out the message, because the Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he said that if you see something that you don't like, then you change it by saying something. And if that don't work, then you change it by doing something. You know what I'm saying? You change it in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Love. Love. Love is one of the 7 conditions of La ilaha illallah. But we got all these Muslims like killing each other. Janaza after janaza after janaza. These people ain't being raised like that. It's the love. It's the love. And these kids don't know how to do it because they're not seeing their mom love their dad. They're not seeing their dad love their mom, or at least have the bare minimum respect for them. We need respect and love in our communities. Right now, I'm in Plains, Pennsylvania. I'm in Plains, PA. I'm outside. My car doors are unlocked. You hear me? Nobody's gonna come bother me out here. But I should be able to do this in the city. I'm actually in the progress of starting a nonprofit organization that's specifically for helping the youth, and going to create a Big Brother program in the organization. Well, Feast, I applaud you, my brother. And if you need some support on that, then when this is over, you make sure you inbox my man Shannon, Big Exclusive Rentals, and y'all have a chop it up. You hear me? Chop it up and y'all talk about it. Talk is cheap. Talking never did anything outside of negotiations. That's not true. That's not true, OG, because some of the biggest talks came from Malcolm, Martin, Fred, and they changed lives. They changed lives. To speak out on it. The speech is so strong, bro. Speech is so strong because speech turns into action. Speech turns into action. You hear me? You can't be running, man, next nigga that get out of pocket with me, I'ma smoke him. You shouldn't want to say shit like that out loud, because now subconsciously you have locked yourself in to that reaction when somebody gets out of pocket. You locked in. You already told yourself what you gonna do. You said it out loud. You hear me? You said it out loud and it resonated. See, when you think it, it just resonates in your brain. But when you say it out loud, it bounces back in your brain because you hear it. Speech is very powerful. That's why the tongue is in 2 cages, the teeth and the lips. Yeah, speech is very powerful. So we don't lose don't downplay the power of your speech, OG. You hear me? Because when you speak, I listen. Believe it or not, when you speak, I listen. What you saying strikes a chord with me because you are who you are. So when you speak, I listen, OG. Don't ever forget that. Little bro, hear you. When Shannon speak, I listen. I hear you. Ultimately, I'm going to make my own decision, but I definitely look for y'all for counsel and guidance. Y'all like my big brothers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know when we get on the phone, we can chop it up for hours about anything. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Getting black folks together to even discuss this is a start. This is talking and we listening. Ain't no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? What are you actually doing for this change? Yeah, I mean, well, listen, OG, even if Deandra is not doing something that you feel is satisfactory, then you need to holler at her and get together. What do you want to do? If you feel like you could do something better, and if you can't do something better, can you support her in what she is doing? You feel what I'm saying? Small steps. We're not asking for the big steps. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were talking about group economics, it's not just about pulling out some money from that. It's about bonding. It's about bonding, coming together. That's very important because that's the lacking. The lacking is there. These other people are not willing to get together and talk. You feel what I'm saying? And talk. It's important. You're not going to smoke all your ops, young boy. It's impossible. Okay? Little girl, you're not going to marry a famous hitter and then just and ride off into the sunset, because that's not what he want to do. He wants to stay where he at to kill some more people. That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We need to stop doing that. Tony, what's going on with you? We definitely need to stop doing that shit. Thinking that you're not going to smoke all your ops. It's impossible. Because when you smoke one, you aggravate 10 more. So now you got 1 dead op and 10 new ops. It's never going to happen because those ripple effects, we need to have love. We need to stop thinking, ladies, y'all need to stop thinking y'all don't need no man. Yeah, you do, because your son needs a man. Okay? You love your son? Baby girl, you love your son? No, no. Do you really love your son? Then you would know that your son needs his father. Your son needs a positive role model in his life. He needs it. So you need a man because you need your son to graduate high school and go on to college and meet the girl of his dreams and give you some grandbabies one day, right? You need that, don't you? Well, you need a man. How do you expect your child to go off and marry and be happy if you can't do it? Y'all, we need each other. So let's stop thinking like we can't. Let's stop saying all these bitches can't be trusted and all that. Well, nigga, you can't be trusted either. And we need to talk about it and rebuild the trust. You know what I'm saying? Rebuild the trust. We need to start talking about this shit and rebuild the trust. It is a must. It is a necessity. It has to happen. It has to happen, y'all. Without it, I don't know. I fear what will happen if we don't do it. You understand me? I am so afraid of what could happen if we don't do it. Somebody, please tell me something. We need each other. It's imperative. You know what I'm saying? Young black men, we need to stop taking every chance you get, spinning the corner and killing somebody because somebody says something about your dead homie. Well, your homie is dead. He is dead. And it's a strong possibility that you could join them if you don't change your life because you can't beat everyone. It is impossible. It is impossible. I appreciate it, Tony. We need to pass this on. I work every day in my community. My job is to protect the children in my community. I counsel the ones without parents and try my best to keep them out of the streets and set them up for success. My job is to never give up on them. Ain't no doubt about it. And every day we're not going to have those big results, but we need some type of results. Somebody has to be setting the example. You hear me? And when I say set the example, we need to stop making it that it's corny to love. It's corny to be wanting to come together in unison for our communities. We need to stop that. We need to stop that. We need to applaud these young men who want to be squeaky clean and never have so much as a speeding ticket on their record. We need to applaud those young men because that's how it should be. Not because Uncle Sam says so. Fuck Uncle Sam. We don't need Uncle Sam. We need your uncle, your mother's brothers. We need them, okay? We need uncles. Damn Uncle Sam. We need Uncle Raheem. We need Uncle Jimmy. We need Uncle OG, Uncle Shane. You hear me? We need goddamn, why can't I think of it right now? Uncle Brethren. We need Uncle Brethren. We need our uncles in our lives. You hear me? Instead of in jail, coming home with all these glorified war stories about what he used to do. No, when our uncles come home, we need to be in a position to give Uncle a job. Auntie too, because now they starting to lock our women up. They will lock our women up. You see that when that mom and that young man would originally happen, they charged them with first-degree murder. And that thing's not played out how they played out, then they will be on their way to jail. And they wouldn't care. They wouldn't care. You think the white people really care? They don't. They don't care. To them, it's a simple solution to a simple problem. Lock them up. Lock them up. We got space for them. I was just watching 12 Years a Slave. And these white people have been ripping sons and daughters from the arms of their mother since forever. What are we going to do? How can we stop being afraid? I don't want to be afraid of these kids. It is my fear that one of them kids is going to hurt me. So I need to be on point and I need to be on go. But that's not happening. That's not happening. Wanna know why? Because by me being on that, then I'm going to be more willing to hurt one of them, hurt somebody's baby, and then have to sit there knowing I do care, but I'm going to have to sit there. I don't give a fuck. He was going to do this and he was going to do that, so I did this. To get it all done, I'm just going to assume my way to a solution. That can't be what it is. That can't be what it is. Lil, what's up with you, bro? We can't live like that, man. Like, we can't. Like, it just, that can't be it. Like, we can't keep living like that, y'all. It's not no good. It's not no good for none of us. It's not no good for none of us. And I'm coming on here and I'm preaching the same message. I'm preaching the same message. So what I hope to be doing soon, is gathering as many of us as I possibly can. Is gathering as many of us as I possibly can. And yeah, I got problems in the street. I ain't gonna act like I don't. You feel what I'm saying? But if it means that I gotta squash mine, you feel what I'm saying, then I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what nobody thinks of me as long as I can go on about my day tomorrow, as long as I can wake up and be there for my kids, as long as my kids can wake up and, hey, dad, I need this. Hey, dad, I just called to say I love you, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? But we're dying on both ends. It's like burning the candle on both ends. These kids are killing each other. They're killing us. We dying of old age. We dying of cancer because the food that they giving us ain't worth a shit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop this shit now. And I feel like love. And I'm talking to the Muslims too. I'm talking to the Muslims first and forehand. But why? Because my honor, my blood, and my property is sacred. It's sacred. We know this. So why are we not doing nothing about it? Why are we so eager to kill each other? Why are we so eager to kill each other? No other group of people. It's just us. It's just us. It's just us spending our money foolishly. It's just us with the broken up households. It's just us. Now, there are white people going through the same thing, but they not going through it the way we going through it. In our communities, when they driving around in their car, they not getting pulled over and dealt with the way we're being dealt with because they not killing each other like that. There's some type of love for these people amongst themselves, and we don't have that. Where is the love? My man, stop bullshitting around talking about you want to be a rapper. Go spend some time with your kids. I was not no goddamn shooter. Like, that is crazy. I was just no, that is crazy, OG. That is crazy. Listen, everybody's self-preservation is number one. Self-preservation is our number one thing. That goes for anybody. And anybody is going to protect their family from someone who they feel like is going to hurt their family. You know what I'm saying? But protecting somebody, what's going on, Janice? We got our star tender sliding in the door. Yeah, in the building. Make me up something fancy. Bring it right here. Big tip. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we need to stop that, man. We need to grow together, man, because it's like, damn, pretty soon graduating from 8th grade, you an old head at 8th grade. You made it at 8th grade? Oh, hey, what's up? They're gonna be in 5th grade running around strapped up. You feel me? We're gonna be 5th grade, and all they know is, what they being taught. And dad, like I said, education. If you were there for your son, my man, listen, let me tell you something. If you were there for your son and all you are doing around your son is smoking weed and listening to music, then that's all he gonna know how to do. You're not showing your son how to go online and fill out applications, how to check his credit, and none of we not showing them none of that. All you got time when it's time to do stuff like that, everybody send their kids into the next room. Won't you let your son sit there and look while you doing it? Because that's how he gonna learn. Stop shooing them away to go watch goddamn Teletubbies and Dora the Explorer and all those shows. How long you think they gonna be interested in these PBS shows? They're not gonna be interested in those things for forever. You know what I'm saying? But pretty soon they're gonna be interested in what you doing because that's the next stage of life. We need to start showing them love. Hey, son, I love my community. Hey, son, I volunteer my time with my community so everybody can play football. But it's not just about football. It's about community growth. It's about making sure, hey, from this hours to these hours, no one was hurt. No one died. We need that desperately. Desperately. Are we going to eliminate violence? No. We're not going to eliminate violence, but we need to spike these numbers down bad, fast. You know what I'm saying? To the old heads in Chicago, to the dudes out Chicago, my age. You hear me? And there are a lot of dudes in Chicago doing a lot of stuff right now. They are literally walking around and protecting their community. They are literally doing so. They are making places in O Block right now for the Muslims to come pray. You hear me? This is what we need. We need this. We need this to show them like, hey, there are some of us that don't give a fuck what happened and who got killed. We need to squash this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's only gonna come from the old heads talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what these young boys is on. When you find out that your little cousin, 13 years old, he's strapped up and you know he trying to kill one of these young boys over the bridge, then it is incumbent upon you to get in contact with them niggas over the bridge and let's come to a solution right now. Y'all want to put these boxing gloves on or y'all want to leave this shit alone? Because it has to stop. It has to stop. And then if they don't, as a community, we turn them over to them people that's going to put them in one of them places. You know what I'm saying? Give them an opportunity out. We're not giving them an out because they don't want to live with the shame of being chumped or checked or, you know what I'm saying, or being called a bitch ass nigga or nothing. They don't want to live with that. They don't want to live with that. They would rather die or throw their whole life away. And this is the point I was making about this young boy riding for his mom in the manner that he did. In his head, what we don't want to behave. No matter what the problem is, I can fix it like this. I can kill somebody. I had to kill somebody for my mom, and I can find a reason to kill somebody again. We don't want that. We do not want that. You know what I'm saying? So my prayers are to that family, to the mom for having to experience what she experienced, to the son for having to do what he did. We got to keep him away from Fleece Johnson. I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure it's something real funny behind that. I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying? But we need to keep him away from being raised by rappers. We need to keep them away from being raised by rappers. We need to keep them away from our daughters from being raised by Megan Thee Stallion and Sexy Red or whoever else, Suki Hana, whoever else think that sucking dick and showing your asshole is the way to go. No, we need to keep them away from that because there's no respect in that. You hear me? As long as you out here talking about your pussy pink and your booty hole brown, OG is not gonna respect you. You hear me? Straight like that. And I ain't either. And we need to stop doing that. We don't want nobody left behind. Everybody can contribute. Nobody is useless. Everybody is born with an ability. You feel what I'm saying? Stop investing so much into this music. Stop investing so much into this social media. Stop investing so much into the gun. You hear me? Into the gun. No. Because we're not doing nothing with it. All y'all doing is killing us. Y'all walking down or running up or shooting up, whatever. And dudes' lives is being changed. Lives that never got a chance to get off the ground. You know, they say spread your wings and you can soar. We're not even letting these kids get off the ground. Come on. Something needs to change. Something needs to shift. Show them we there for them. We need to show them we there for them. Straight like that. They need to be able to pick up the phone because these kids know how to use the phone and they need to be able to call one of us. Come get me. Yo, can you help me with this? Can I come to your house for the weekend? We need to be there for that. You feel what I'm saying? Our days and guts, and I'm talking to the 80s babies because 80s babies is still outside. We definitely still outside. We need to stop being outside so much and let's be outside in front of the house with the kids showing them something. And let's be outside with the kids sitting out there just making sure they safe. We need you outside. I'm outside doing what, bitch? What are you doing? You outside doing what? Because if you just outside to be outside, then goddamn it, you in the goddamn way. I'm gonna let you know right now. You in the way. And you part of the problem. And we need to be part of the resolution, part of the solution. Somebody, please, like, damn, this is Jim. I need some love. I feel like LL Cool J. Lady Level Cool James. Yeah, me. Lady Level Cool Jim. I need love. I need love. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear a conscious call telling me that I need to kill all them niggas. And that's what these young boys are doing. They sitting in the room, listening to this music, bouncing off the wall, high out their mind off these pills that's laced with fentanyl, and they telling each other, we gonna kill these motherfuckers. They saying it out loud, and this is why they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is there to say, what? Shut your dumb ass up. What are you talking about? This what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody getting in front of them and making sure, oh, you big, you bad. You know what I'm saying? Like real rap. You big, you bad, nephew. You big, you bad, son. Show them what a bad man really is. Because anybody can shoot a gun. Show them what a bad man really is. You know what a bad man is? My father's a bad man. This motherfucker be having 60, 70 hours of overtime. He's a bad motherfucker, goddamn. My father's a bad mamma jamma. Straight like that. That's bad. You's a machine. We need to show him that's what a bad man is. A psychopath is what they're trying out to be. They're trying out to be psychos. And no one cares because we're turning our back on them because all we want to worry about what's in our house because it's easier that way. It is easier that way. And OG, I'm not trying to just jump on you because I subscribe to the same thing you were saying. And I realized that that's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough because I can teach my son and my daughter all the right from wrong in the world and they could adhere to that. But what about the people that they got to go out and be amongst? What are they learning? You know what I'm saying? Because it might not be a child that got what I got going on in my household. You know what I'm saying? But he hanging with my son. So now my son is bringing him around me. And now since you around me, then you need to be on what I'm on. Straight like that. You ain't got nobody in your house telling you this, then I'm going to tell you. You ain't got nobody in your house rooting for you, then I'm going to root for you. You ain't got nobody in your house loving you, then young boy, I love you. You matter to me because you be with my son. Something happening to you is going to hurt my son. And then that's going to hurt me to see my son hurt. So you know what? I love both of y'all. And I want to see both of y'all make it. And I hope that everybody around y'all adheres to what y'all doing. And I hope y'all all make it. I hope that y'all stick together, thick and thin. If it's anything that I can pass off from my friends, from my set of friends, is that we stuck together like this and we still together like this. We may not be together every day, but I can pick up the phone and I can call every last member of LCF. And it was like 30 of us, real rap. I can call every last member of them. Yo, what's up? What we doing? Sticking together like that. And I hope they take that and they build on it. That's what I want for them. I want for them to build on that and pass the message along and say, hey, you know what? Won't we pool our money together and do this? It might set us up for the future so we can break this generational curse. So we can do that. You know what I'm saying? So we can get some lights in our playground. So we can get some nets for the basketball rim. So we can get some new slides that don't got a hole in it and a jagged piece of metal sitting at the bottom that's going to cut your ass open if you slide down this joint. We need that. We need trash bags so we can get the trash and the glass and the blunt guts up out of this motherfucking playground so our little brothers and sisters can play. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was growing up, I had to watch out for my little sisters. Everybody knew that. I got my little sisters with me. They over there playing in the playground. And no matter how much basketball I played, whether I was winning or losing, I always turned over and I looked on that playground to make sure my sisters was over there and make sure that they was cool. If everyone thought the way you do, our world would definitely be better. But it's going to take a long time. Yeah, it's going to take a long time. And unfortunately, maybe I won't see it in my lifetime. But alhamdulillah, that doesn't mean it ain't going to come. You know what I'm saying? There are black people who have died who never thought that slavery would end. There are black people who died that never thought Jim Crow would end. We can overcome this too. This is a period in time. This is a period in time. We need to make it uncool to do all this nut shit. That's not cool. It's a shame that you're doing that. It's nutty to do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's weird to be out there doing that. It's weird to be out here beating up your wife. It's weird to be doing all these things. No, it's not safe. It's not healthy. And that's not what we need to be doing. We need to lock in as a community. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needs to be there because right now, what's happening, the good guys, the guys who care, the guys who are stepping up and being there, they're being murdered in the city of Philadelphia. They're being murdered in the city of Chicago. And what are we doing about it? Putting it on social media so everybody can see, and some knucklehead can put in the comment, yo, he got fried. Oh shit, you can't be out here lacking. Gotta stay with it. That's the solution. That's the solution, huh? Don't be out here lacking and stay with it. That's the solution. Somebody gonna get fried if we all out here with it and nobody lacking. Somebody's gonna get fried. What we're trying to do is stop anybody from being fried, from getting cooked. That's the problem, okay? Not how he got cooked, okay? Obviously, he wasn't paying attention and he was ambushed and murdered, okay? Anybody can fall victim to an ambush. You can't be on point 24 hours a day. It is impossible. And some of the people who were the best at this shit were murdered, okay? Or shot. I ain't never been shot and I don't want to be shot. Straight like that. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for none of us. What I want is to see our community grow. What I want is for us to have at least a fighting chance. I want that fighting chance to those that we produce, that we push out, and we send off into the world who become somebody extraordinary. I don't want them to get to where they're going in life and say, well, you know what? I ain't never going back. I don't want that. I want them to say, hey, I made it out the hood. And if it wasn't for the men who were from my neighborhood, who stepped up, who donated their money and donated that time, I wouldn't have made it out. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to save as many as I can because I owe them that. Giving back. Let's not make the giving back a waste of time. It's a waste of time to give my energy and my money to my community. Then it's a waste of time. Who got money to waste? You got money to just be given away for people who just gonna forget about you? We don't want that. We don't want that at all. Straight like that. We don't want that. That's not what we want. You feel me? That is not what we want. That is not what we want. That is not what we need. We need to love each other. We need to come together. It is a must. It is a must that we do these things. It is an absolute 100% must. Please, y'all. Please, like somebody, ease. Like, come on already. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've identified the things, like they're tearing us up from the inside out. They have destroyed the black family, the black unity. They've made it uncool. They've made it ridiculed. That's a rule of power. If you want to tear something down, you ridicule it. They have ridiculed the black family into non-existence. The father, starting with the father. What are we going to do about this? Who going to save us? Who going to save the day for us? Like, tell me, please, who's going to save the day for us? I would like to be Superman. I would like to be for the hood, come through, dun-dun-dun, and, you know, I got scholarships. You know what I'm saying? You get a scholarship. You get a scholarship. You get a scholarship. You get a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? But what we going to do with it? I don't want to get those scholarships out to 5 scholars or to whoever, and then they did in a week. God damn. Like, that's just crazy. That's ludicrous. That is ludicrous, and I don't mean the rapper. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is crazy. What are these young boys attaching themselves to? They're attaching themselves to groups of people, Crips, Bloods, Vice Lords, and whatever else. And the one thing that all those groups have in common is, to me, it seems like they all hate niggas. All those groups hate niggas. They don't want to see niggas make it. They don't want to see niggas prosper. They don't. So what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are we going to fix this? Like, how? Somebody tell me something. Like, how are we going to fix this, y'all? Like, because I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't see myself going to one more funeral. Like, I don't want to keep going to these funerals or hearing about people going to funerals and all this other shit. I don't want that for us. I don't want it for us. Please, like, y'all, can we do something about this corny shit? You know what I'm saying? Something so simple as saying, yo, I love you, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a video floating around right now of this young boy. He's sitting in the car and he's being robbed by 3 other individuals, 2 black, 1 white girl, and they got guns all in his face. You know what I'm saying? And he talking about long leg Debo or whoever he talking about. But mind you, these 3 kids are in jail now. You know what I'm saying? But they just thought it was the coolest thing in the world to, you know, do this young boy like that, regardless of what he did. You know what I'm saying? I think he spoke illy if somebody did, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they want to do. They want to, you know, they want power. You know what I'm saying? They want control. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't even have control of their own lives. They don't have control of their own lives. These kids running around with these masks on is showing us that these young boys don't have no control. They don't have no control of when somebody gonna spin the corner and kill them. They have no control. Mom don't have no control of her son because he not listening. He's sneaking outside or he just outright walking straight out the door. You know what I'm saying? No control because she got to be at work and he's not going to listen to what she said. She said, keep your black ass in the house. He ain't listening to that because mom ain't there. Dad's in jail. You feel what I'm saying? And no, the criminal justice system is not going to change overnight. You feel me? We can't change them white folk overnight. They making too much money off of all black skins. They making too much money. So how do we combat it? Let's start sticking together. Let's start pooling our resources. It may not start, neighbor to neighbor, but it can at least start mom and dad. Mom and dad pool their resources. Yeah, 50-50. 50-50. That's where it has to start. 50-50 on the resources. You know what I'm saying? And y'all need to invest that into something that's going to generate some capital so you can educate your children, so your children can learn how to take what you already got and make that bigger and pass it along, because that's what everybody else is doing. That's what the Chinese are doing. That's what the Indian are doing. That's what the white folks are doing. Everybody's doing it but us. And pretty sure everybody's been a victim of gun violence. My heart bleeds for these kids that have been murdered in schools. My heart bleeds for them. I'm so sorry that this has had to happen to them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just as sorry that it happened to one person on a corner of anywhere USA. It has to stop. It has to stop. It has to stop. I'm saying it one more time so y'all really get it. It must stop. They all snitches too. Should we start doing that as well? Nope. We ain't even got to do that. It don't have to be no snitching. It ain't got to be none of that, because there's no need for police if we police ourselves. Killing people is not a thing that we need to be doing. All right? Like, it's not natural to just be killing people in groves, to wake up every day and we're not in a state of war and you say, hey, you know what? Main man said, I'm a bitch ass nigga and I'm gonna go smoking today. I'm gonna go look for him. I'm going to X out a certain amount of time in my day to go find this guy and kill him for these words that he said. No, that's not natural. Like I said, if you know that these two young boys is in it and they trying to kill each other, then we need to step in before it gets there. Before, not after, so we can talk about it. Damn, that's crazy, man. That was my young boy. I just seen him the other day. The young boy was doing this and doing that. Oh yeah, young boy, man, he was bound to get killed because he was doing that. Shit has to stop. These young boys are valuing themselves and rating themselves according to how much they're willing to kill and who they kill. That's what they're valuing themselves off. Not education, not how smart they are, not the accolades they received or the scholarships that they've gotten or the things that they've done for someone else. Because all you do is easy to hate. Hate just spreads and sticks. It seems like it's hard to love. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to love. We need to step in. What does policing ourselves look like, bro? Policing ourselves, this is what it looks like on hand. Number one, like number one, you know that young boy carry a gun. You know that young boy carry a gun. What you need the gun for, young boy? Where you going? Who the gun for? Who you into it with? We know, bro. Like, I know the young boys from my neighborhood is beefing with them young boys on the other side, and we know who. It ain't like we don't know who and why. That's what policing it is. Getting your nose in they fucking business. Those who are qualified. Because it's dudes that I grew up looking up to, you know what I'm saying, who get into shit and been doing it, and they survive. They here. And those the dudes that gotta, listen, I'm gonna go talk because I know his brother or his cousin, and I'm gonna get in contact with him and we gonna have to talk. Heavy conversations, uncomfortable conversations that need to be had before this information is given to the police. You hear me? Because the police is not like they're doing a bang up job. You hear me? It ain't. They're not doing a bang up job. They just coming in and they gonna kick in grandma's door or they gonna kick in mom's door and they gonna snatch whoever off the couch and they gonna throw mom down and they gonna put everybody in handcuffs and they gonna tear mom's house the fuck up knowing that they got a body warrant and not a search warrant. That's what police in our neighborhoods is. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it come to that. That's police in the neighborhood, because the police, they don't come until after the shooting. Policing our neighborhoods, which means we on this shit before the shooting starts. We need to know about this shit before the shooting starts. These kids need to be comfortable coming to us and saying, hey, man, look, I don't want to get into it with this boy. I think he going to hurt me. Wham, how we going to fix this shit? Real rat. That's an example for me. That's an example for me The breaking in the houses, the rapes, and all that. No. You know what I'm saying? And we need to stop giving dudes like that, rapists and pedophiles and burglars and all that other shit. Not them boys, why are they protected by the street code for niggas who sell drugs and take money for shootings? Why? That's a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? Let the police worry about burglars. You hear me? The burglars. Let them worry about that. Let them worry about these rapists and all that. But the murderers, we know who the murderers are. And we not talking about Jeffrey Dahmers. We not talking about motherfucking Ted Bundys and motherfuckers like that. But they damn near like that. You hear me? They're becoming serial killers. We need to catch them before they turn into serial killers. You hear me? Let me tell you something. There is no difference between a King Vaughn and Ted Bundy. They killed a bunch of people. What's the difference? The why? The race? You know what I'm saying? We need to stop this shit. Stop letting them glorify killers. You understand me? Ain't none of these young boys glorifying Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs not a black man, but nevertheless, he's successful. Ain't none of these young boys glorifying any of our successful black leaders. Talking like them, walking like them, wanting to go to the same schools they go to, wanting to go to the same places they frequent. We ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? All we want to talk about is what's going on and not being from 63rd. So being from 63rd Street is enough to get me killed. That's kind of hard because some of our generation still living off who they was in the past. Why are they gonna listen to a nigga that's living like them? Not too many have the mindset we have today, no doubt about it. But we still gotta try. Because there's one that wants to listen. There's one that wants to listen, and he's being persuaded and dissuaded by the ones that he around right now. And we need to get him, pull him out. You know what I'm saying? Get him out of that nut ass cycle. We need to get him out of there. Somebody please save us. Somebody save our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like we going back and forth, we wrecking our brains, and all I can say is, right now, ladies, stop saying you don't need no men. Fellas, stop saying you don't love these women. You don't love these hoes, these bitches, these tricks, and all that in the third. That, like, I don't understand how you feel this way about them, but you still keep having sex with them raw, unprotected. But you feel that she's a this and she's a that, but you will stick your penis inside of her raw and ejaculate. But you think so less of her. Stop getting caught up in that mind state, yo. Ladies, stop giving away your body thinking that your body is a bargaining chip for company and comfort. It's not. Because when the man really loves you and he's really attracted to you and he really wants to spend time with you, yes, your body does play a part, but it's up here. It's up here. It's up here. That's what's really attracting him. And if all he loves you for is your body, then get away from him. We can control who we surround our kids by. Yes, we can. Shout out to my man, Danny Valentine. You know what I'm saying? One of the best photographers in the Wilkes-Barre area, Lackawanna, Luzerne. Yeah, holla at my boy for all your photography needs. Definitely. But it's definitely right. We can control who is around our kids. We can. Because let me leave y'all with this. How is it that you can go to a custody battle and stand in front of the judge and say, oh, he ain't shit, Your Honor, he sell drugs and he pack guns and this, that, and the third, but these are the type men that you're choosing. You know what I'm saying? How is that you willing to stand in front of the judge and say all she want to do is sleep around, she don't want to work and this, that, and third, and we just going in front of these people and just dragging each other under the bus? To me, neither of you are qualified to be around this child because you are just dripping toxicity all into him and it's or her, and it's going to, that's where it's going to go. That's how it's going to be. No, because you're arguing to keep one away from the child. I want the child, and you can't never see him again. Get out of here. Well, guess who the child other parent gonna be? The street, one way or another. The street, you know what I'm saying? The street, that's exactly what it's gonna be. We can't do that, y'all. We can't do that. The government is making it so easy with these programs and keeping us separated and divided and finding out ways. Like everybody got a conspiracy theory about, oh, they trying to control the population. Well, one of the easiest ways to control the population is give them guns and drugs and alcohol and let them kill each other. Stop subscribing to that. We got to be off that right there. Mom, dad, you feel what I'm saying? We got mom and dad present at the parent-teacher conferences, coming in there and they're listening to what the teacher is saying, because the teacher is spending way more time with your child than you are. The teacher is spending 8 hours straight with your kids. But you're not sending your kids to school to respect this teacher. You know what I'm saying? To love this teacher. One last question. I always say the pen is mightier than the sword, and the whooping our behinds with the pen. How do we combat that? Well, that's a good thing. We need to take that same pen that they whooping our ass with, and we need to draw up some common sense policies that fit our community. You understand me? Living out here and amongst these suburbs, I noticed that there's a difference between the local laws of Wilkes-Barre, Plains, Ashley, Plymouth, Luzerne, Wyoming, who actually gonna pass them. We gotta keep fighting. That's why we gotta vote. That's why we screaming vote this and vote that. Shout out to my man Dame Saxon, who recently ran for city council. He didn't win, but his heart's in the right place. You hear me? His heart's in the right place, and I salute Dame. I talked to him actually today. Right now, they probably wrapping up or probably finished a little while ago, but Dame was just out in the field with the kids, and that's where he spends his time at. That's why he's such an amazing guy to me, because he is dedicating damn near all of his time to our children. And that goes for Five. That go for him. That go for Lil. That go for all the brothers that's dedicating their time to these kids so they don't end up how I did, how dudes before me did, how dudes that didn't make it did. Straight like that. Structure is lacking in the home. Wanna know why? Because both parents are not in the home and we can't seem to get along. We can't seem to see eye to eye. Why is it that you can have sex with somebody all this time, as soon as the baby get involved, now y'all hate each other? Now y'all going berserk. Now you flattening the tires. He blacking your eye. He going to jail for the domestics and the drug case, or possibly the hammer, because she didn't care what was going on when she called the police on him. She wants him in jail. And that's the mindset they want him to have. Why can't our queens feel safe with us, bro? You hear me? King, why can't our queens feel safe? Why you keep punching that girl in the eye? Why you keep beating her up in front of her kids? Sending these subconscious message, hey son, this is how you discipline your woman. When she don't do what you say, you beat her up. Hey daughter, this is how you discipline your man. If he don't do what you say, you kick him out. Because he ain't got nowhere to go. This is your house, your name on the lease. All we showing these kids is how to be divided. They learning how to be divided at home. It is easy to apply that to the street. Especially when we say, man, fuck them niggas. Them niggas ain't about nothing. Them niggas don't want nothing. Them niggas ain't this. Them niggas ain't that. Them niggas. And it's all derogatory. It's easy. Division is being taught in the home. And they taking the division out in the street. And it's subtracting our numbers. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense to y'all? The division is being taught at home. How to divide is being taught at home, not how to multiply, not how to increase our numbers and grow and strength and unity. Shit, we don't even got no more programs or no groups. There is no more Black Panthers or no shit like that. Y'all notice that? There are no more Black Panthers. Black Panthers are been gone. But there sure is a whole lot of chapters to the KKK. Now, why do y'all think that is? Why is it that these white men can come together and find something to hate together? I hate these niggas. Hey, Cletus, you hate these niggas? I sure do, Clancy. And they get together and they hate us together. And they raise their kids in unison on hating us together. But we can't seem to come together and even do that. We can't come together and hate no other body, no other group of people. All we do is hate ourselves. There are groups. Pennsylvania has the largest Ku Klux Klan chapter in the country. Where's the Black Panthers? Only other groups I know about for kids to join is the Crips, the Bloods, the Vice Lords, the GDs, and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm here for y'all, and I hope y'all here for me. I hope we can be there for each other, and our kids can lean on each other, and we can start passing on this mindset. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't got to be with them every day. No, you don't have to participate on every move that's being made, but you can come up with some moves, and a few good men is all it takes. A few good men will turn into a few good kings. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's what we need to be on. Empowering ourselves, strengthening ourselves in numbers instead of breaking ourselves down and dividing and then going outside to kill each other. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just, oh, these young boys, they all together and they trying to kill these young boys. Eventually, those two groups that are killing each other, they're going to split off into more factions because the group can't seem to stay together because now they're going to start killing each other. Internal beef. It's a lose-lose. It's a never win. It's an ongoing cycle of bullshit. And I don't want that for us. So I'm going to leave us with this. Love the person that's next to you. To your left, to your right, in front of you, and back of you. Love. Whatever the relationship be, nurture it. Give to it. Invest in it. You hear me? Call it out when it's wrong. Lift it up. Give him his flowers. Encourage them to do right and keep moving forward. Encourage them to say, hey, you're really good at what you do. Maybe you should find an apprentice. Let's get some apprenticeships going. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on a podcast right now. I thought I would never be doing a podcast. Shout out to my man, Big Exclusive, for giving me this opportunity to do something with myself. Just like my man, Top Flight say, stay busy to stay out of trouble. You understand what I'm saying? Who wants to love me? When you say it like that, it's so provocative, bro, but I love you. I appreciate you, Deandra. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Real rap. You know what I'm saying? Tony says her ass loves you. All right. Oh, man. Listen, right now, to everybody that's watching, we outside at Skylight Bar and Grill. You know what I'm saying? It's Thursday night, Thirsty Thursdays. Come on outside. Come have a whole one and a cold one with your boy. I think they got them Hennessy smoothies. I think I might have me one. Kick back, put my feet up, and just live my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let y'all go. I'm gone.
I be on go, yeah. Just give me a reason. I told y'all, new year, new show, same energy at Court in the Gym every Thursday night on the big exclusive network, 7 to 8:30. Tap in with me on the Facebook channel and the YouTube channel, Big Exclusive Network. Y'all know what it is. Real people talking about real things. So if you're a real one, get with me.